New Year's. It's a fresh start, a new beginning. The day that we vow to change our lives. The day that we make big plans and imagine our best selves. Yet it becomes the running joke. You get caught up in the fantasy of perfection and potential, and you forget that it requires actual work. And because of this mindset and the overwhelming precedent, New Year's resolutions are almost impossible to maintain, with a lofty 8% success rate. So I must make this clear. These are not my New Year's resolutions. These are not my to-do lists. These are simply areas that I want to improve on. These are things that I want to live my life by. These are my 4 words. We're taught that nobody's perfect. It's okay to make mistakes, but then we sit there and punish and judge and hate. We discriminate between the almost perfect and the severely imperfect by the number of slip-ups and downfalls and failed risks and curveballs. So I sit there and work diligently day to day, not wanting to be the kid who just threw his life away. So I put my head down. I focused on school. Don't drink, don't do drugs, and don't derail from the rules. I become convinced that perfect grades and a preeminent GPA will postpone the pressure of the imminent future. I get overwhelmed, drowned out, head underwater, unaware of real direction, and out of touch with my dreams. This good intention exercise has become a disaster, a monster, sneaking up on me like death to the oblivious frog in a pot of hot water. And then one day, I stop. I sit back and remember that I'm just a kid. The life that I'm living is not what my dream is. Now is the time to be young and free, to dive in head first and never fear the worst, to be ambitious, to take risks, to make mistakes, and to learn from it, to better myself, to reassert, to fall flat on my face eating the dirt, and then pick myself up even when I'm hurt. I want to absorb information, to beg for invocation, to receive an evaluation that gives me motivation to succeed in reparation. I want to slip up, have downfalls, make mistakes, failed risks and get curveballs. I want to bomb, crash and burn, to fail. I want to dive in head first and never fear the worst. I want to accept critiques and learn new techniques. I want to be imperfect, and I want to be okay with being imperfect. We all have big hopes, big dreams, goals we wish to accomplish, things that we would love to create, to learn about, or experience. We all have aspirations and innovations and declarations, but we also have expectations and regulations and complications. We have time restraints and responsibilities and things that demand our focus. There's always a reason, always an excuse, and some of our goals and dreams and talents are never put to use. I want to write a book, maybe a couple short stories. I want to run a marathon and travel the world before my 40s. I want to learn about religion and understand theology with clarity. I want to understand people and go into therapy. I want to learn all of the different instruments and compose music. I want to join DCI and teach classes in Munich. I have all these big dreams, big hopes, goals I wish to accomplish, things that I would love to create and learn about and experience. I have all these aspirations and innovations and declarations. But I also have expectations and regulations and complications. I too have time restraints and responsibilities and things that demand my focus. There's always a reason, always an excuse. And some of my goals and dreams and talents are never put to use. This year I want to prioritize my time. Forget about the things that don't matter. Forget about the excuses I make. Forget about the complications. Stop wasting my time on needed relaxations, and find joy and refreshment in feeding the starvation for following the passions and goals and declarations. I want to commit to the things that I want to do, to accomplish everything that I truly want to stop saying maybe someday soon, and start making something splendid today, so soon. To follow up on the things that I claim, to follow up the words with immediate actions, not blame, to devote myself to myself. I want to commit to these goals, these dreams, these aspirations. I want to be focused, be determined. I want to be committed. They say don't worry about the future. Just go with the flow. Sit back, be carefree. Whatever happens, happens. But no, I'm sorry, that's just not me. I want to plan, to commit, to never just agree. This year I want to grow impassioned, grow declarative. I want to take a stance on controversial topics and make more decisions, forming opinions, standing up for certain positions. I want to talk more, share my thoughts more, and be comfortable with taking the floor. I want to stop being so introverted and isolated, constrained and misconstrued. I want to stop going with the flow and watching others make things anew. I want to stop being nonchalant. I want people to listen to me. I want to form strong opinions, to have visions on women and religions, on politicians and conditions. I want to decide things for myself, do what I want to do, not what is expected of me or suggested to me, but things that I want to pursue. This year I want to make absolute decisions on college, on career, everything becoming crystal clear. I don't want to be passive or confused or wait and strife. I want to be productive, do research, and figure out my life. I want to be sure on my feet and strong in my beliefs. I want to be more decisive, more declarative, more strong-willed, and strong-minded. Some of us know that band is my life, and leadership is my honor. The work is demanding, the limits are ever expanding, and I must be commanding, and there can be no misunderstanding. All in order to reach our goals, so that at state we can finally fill our roles. But it starts with high expectations and strong leadership, the sturdy structure for a large fellowship. It begins with personal connections and respect from peers, because with this family that I will face these next years. It comes from unfailing devotion and selfless serving, because leadership is not about power, it's about bettering their learning. It's founded on hard work and doing what's right, standing up for what's principled and being forthright. It is initiated by staying focused and enforcing the rules, despite the ones that don't care, the haters and the fools. It's sourced from passion and steadfast fealty, from unwavering devotion and constant loyalty. Success comes from leaders, and in order to achieve it, I must grow in my ability and never fail to reach it. I have to connect with these people and get to know them well, because if I'm lacking their loyalty, how can I lead? If you have no followers, how do you expect to succeed? I hope to set the example, to get to know them all, to be the person they look up to when they rise and when they fall. I want to teach them all to be trusting and tenacious, taking advantage of time and turning from temptations. I want to impassion and empower them, to stand up and speak out for them, to selflessly serve my band, to deserve my title. And in all aspects of life, I want to become a true leader. This year I hope to grow as a leader and as a teacher. I hope to stand up and speak out and never fail to improve myself. I hope to take risks and make mistakes and meet challenges. I hope to grow impassioned. I hope to be imperfect. I hope to be committed. I hope to be strong-minded, and I hope to be a leader. But more than anything, I hope to be simply better today than I was yesterday. A better, newer, stronger me. These are my goals for 2015.